Oh, I think that's real hair. That is cursed. That is for sure cursed. Hello again, chickens, and welcome to Chazalina. My name is Charlie, and normally we make things on this channel, but this month it's going to be a little bit different, and we are going to renovate something. This dollhouse has been sitting in my house for as long as I can remember. My nan was very big on making things, a lot like me really, and she used to make quite a few dollhouses, but this is the only one that we have now. She did the whole inside and she made dolls for it and a lot of stuff. It's a mixture inside of bought dollhouse furniture and stuff she's made herself, but things are a little bit run down now. Things are a bit, you know, worse for wear, and I really want to renovate it. I don't want to completely change it. I want it to still feel like my nan's dollhouse, but I just want to upgrade it in a way that I think she would have been happy with. So it's a sympathetic renovation. If this seems like your kind of thing and you feel like sticking around, great. If it's not, that's fine. I'll catch you in the next one. But if you do feel like sticking around, and please do, we'll get into it now. First step is going to be just to clear it all out. So let's get to it. I will take zero criticisms about these dolls because my nan made them when her health wasn't that great, with the exception of this one. Oh, I think that's real hair. That is cursed. That is for sure cursed. Definitely no going back now. So something that I didn't really know about before, but there is a whole market of printable dollhouse wallpapers on Etsy. I found this one that just fitted mood perfectly. Okay, so today's project is really going to be finishing the living room. We're going to panel the walls. It needs painting. It needs sticking to some cards so that it could be stuck in there easier. And after that, it's really kind of a case of decorating. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to get back into it. I decided that the paneling looked too flat of a colour. It's the problem I have with this exact same paint on the real paneling in my real living room. So I just took a dark green mixed with a little bit of black and just sort of emphasised those bits in between, just to add a bit of depth and shadow to it. And I think it turned out alright in the end. It was a little scary at this point, you've got to trust the process. But I think it ended up looking a lot better than the flat colour it was before.
Sometime later.
Okay, so all that's really left now is to sort out the wallpaper and the floor in the bedroom. I think the kitchen is now painted enough. I want to replace the trim in the living room now that my printer has stopped printing green. And that's pretty much where we're getting off to today. So for the bedroom wallpaper, I actually found a free pattern online and just printed it out. Although I want to make a note for like future me and anyone wanting to try this, and that's just use double-sided tape to put the wallpaper up, or print on thick card, or even just buy actual Dollhouse wallpaper, because I had a real problem with the wallpaper just bubbling and the glue spreading on it and just not looking very aesthetic. I actually ended up ripping off the wallpaper in this bedroom and trying it again because I just really hated how it turned out. Now, every good house needs good artwork. My nan would cut up old Christmas cards, but I wanted something that was more me, and I am obsessed with the pre-Raphaelites, and in particular this picture, Ophelia. I changed the scale so that it would fit inside of the frame that I already had, and voila. I also printed out a few others that I thought would fit in really nicely in this house. So none of the dolls have ever really had any names that I can remember, but I've always liked to affectionately refer to this guy as Grandpa Joe because he has always been up in the bed and not ever anywhere else in the house. But he's never had any clothes, and I don't know why, he was just made that way. I felt he deserved a nice pair of pyjamas, so I used this old skirt that I had lying around that I was never going to wear again because it was way too short for me, and I made him a kind of Victorian-y style long nightshirt and nightcap.
Wee, wee Marie, will you do this for me? Wee, wee Marie, then I'll do that for you. I love your eyes, they make me feel so loony. You'll drive me loony, you're teasing me. Why can't we polly-boo like other sweethearts do? I want a kiss or two from a chérie. Wee, wee Marie, if you'll do this for me, then I'll do that for you. Wee, wee Marie. They walked along the boulevard, he whispered, you for me. Someday in gay Paris, I will make you marry me. Just then a bunch of bully boys threw kisses on the sly. Marie got wise when they rolled their eyes, they sang as they passed her by. Oui, oui, Marie, will you do this for me? Oui, oui, Marie, then I'll do that for you. I love your eyes, they make me feel so spoony. You'll drive me loony, you're teasing me. Why can't we parley-boo like other sweethearts do? I want a kiss or two from our chérie. Oui, oui, Marie, if you'll do this for me, then I'll do that for you. Oui, oui, Marie, oui, oui, Marie, will you do this for me? Oui, oui, Marie, then I'll do that for you. I love your eyes, they make me feel so spoony. You'll drive me loony, you're teasing me.
So the Dollhouse already had this fake canvas easel situation, but it just looks too fake to me. So I got this tiny actual canvas from Poundland for 79p, confusing. So I'm going to paint a tiny little picture in progress on there instead of this thing. I have to dig out my teeniest, tiniest paintbrushes for this one. Cute if this painting was still in progress, so I made the palette have all the same colours that were being used in the painting, and then I had to make a brush, which I thought would be really easy. Just take an old brush, take the head off it and use the bristles, but it was not that easy. The hair's completely separated. I couldn't get them to stick to the cocktail stick at all, and yeah, it's a very funky looking paintbrush, but I think it works out alright in the end. They look cute together. curtain that my nan made. Unfortunately though, she was a bit of a heavy smoker, so they were all very yellow with nicotine and also a little bit dusty, so they needed a long hot soak in some warm water and a little bit of washing up liquid. As you can see, the water got very gross very quickly. So that is a wrap on the dollhouse. Everything is finished now. It's finished as I think I'm going to get it. Some things I'm really happy with. Some things could have been done slightly better. I just added these. Oh, there's a dog hair there. I added these little bits of foliage left over from when I made the Hobbit book nook. And mainly just to cover up a spot over here where the paper had peeled. But I really like how it turned out. I think it adds a little extra whimsy to it. But for now I'm happy with it, and I think my nan would have been happy with it too. I feel like I discovered so many little things about my nan whilst working on this project. The way that she made things, the things that she used. There were so many old Christmas cards where when I peeled them away from the wall there were little messages still written on them from people. And then the most magical of all was when I found this little notebook that had been made for the dollhouse, and inside was a message for me. It was like she was reaching out to let me know that she was happy with it, and that made it all worthwhile.